Shalom Aleichem for Shabbat Vayachi. Mishnah Yomi is holding in chapter 1 of Ketubot, Mishnah Zayin. Now we're continuing the claims that a newlywed couple might lodge in court if the morning after the wedding, the husband comes to court and he says, listen, we got married on the assumption she was Betula, and then I find out she's not a Betula. I'm concerned there might have been some sort of infidelity or maybe at least misrepresentation of her status before we got married. So Mishnah Zayin continues this theme. He omeret, she claims, mukat etz ani. She says, yes, it's true. I was missing the physical signs of betulim, but it's because there was a physical injury. Mukat etz literally means struck by a stick. It could come from, horseback riding as well, or things that would, affect that area. But hu omer, and the man claims, loiki, that's not right. Eladrusot ishat, that no, you must have had a relationship with a man, and when we got married, you misrepresented yourself as not having had such. So the man's basically making a financial claim that I should have written you a ketuvah of 100 zuz instead of 200 zuz because you've misrepresented your personal status. Rabban Gamliel Eliezer omrim ne'amenet. Rabban Gamliel Eliezer, again, they say she is believed. Yesterday we said there's a bari. She has a clear bari claim versus his claim of maybe, a shema. There's also an issue the Gemara brings up that she has a chazaka, that she was born as a betula, and Jewish girls typically do not engage in promiscuity, and they save themselves for marriage. So her chazaka should continue unless we really know otherwise. It's interesting, as we're about to start Sefer Shmot, about the exile, the slavery in Egypt, is one of the compelling issues that comes up, is that the Egyptians never took advantage of Jewish women. There was actually one exception where a Egyptian pretended to be a Jewish man and violated his wife. But other than that, it never happens that the Jewish women went over to the oppressors. Back in the Mishnah, Rabbi Yeshua disagrees, says, Lo mi pia anu hayin. We don't live by her word, meaning we don't trust just this counterclaim. Ela harezu bechezka drusat ish. She's, Lamaisa, her body tells the tale. She has this chazaka now that she is not a betula, until she can bring some sort of proof to substantiate what she's talking about. Let's go on to Mishnah Chet, Mishnah 8. Ra'uha, they saw her midaberet im echad bashuk. She was speaking with a certain man in the shuk, in the market. Now, this language is euphemistic. It sounds like they weren't just talking, but they were alone together, and they perhaps were intimate together. And this is a single woman, and we're not really sure who this man is. Amrullah, so they asked her, Ma tivu shelzeh, who was this man? Now, it's going to make a difference for her future, because if this man is someone she's not supposed to marry, we're assuming she's a normal Jewish girl, a Bas Yisrael. If this man is a Natin or a Mamzer or someone she's not really allowed to marry, then she becomes prohibited from marrying a Kohen in her future. Even though she didn't marry this random guy in the shuk, they were just alone together. We assume they had a relationship together. So they ask her, and she says, Ish plani v'kohenhu. So it was a certain man, I know who he is, and he's actually a Kohen. It's not only a Kohen, even if he's a Yisrael, but he's a kosher guy. He's not a Natin, a Mamzer. He's not a Puzzle. He's a guy that she could have married. Maybe she should have married instead of, sneaking around business. Rabban Gamliel Rabbi Eliezer Omrim, so they say, Ne'menet. We believe her. She could go ahead and get married to a Kohen in her future. This relationship in the shuk does not mess up her ability to do so. Rabbi Yeshua Omer lo mipia al nochayin. Again, he says we do not live by her words. Ela charei zo bechezka beula lenatin lemamzer. But she has a chazaka that she might have had an intimate relationship with a natin. That's one of the tribe of non-Jews that kind of quasi-converted. They're also called the Givonim, or a mamzer, an illegitimate child. And a woman who has an intimate relationship with one of those people cannot then marry a Kohen. Until she brings some sort of proof, or they find the guy and he admits it, and he's a Kohen or a normal guy, then she'll be okay. Yasha Kochachem, and a good Shabbos.